This is a 1950s living room in Britain. Are you ready to step back in time with me and explore the charm of a bygone era? Let's jump in. The year is 1953 and we are in a typical British living room. What immediately catches our eye is the heavy wooden furniture. These pieces were often handed down from previous generations and were not just functional, but also symbols of family history and tradition. The deep button leather sofa takes center stage. Placed carefully upon it is a crocheted or wear-upon blanket, a doily over the arms to protect them from wear. This was a common sight in British homes in the 50s, as these sofas were expensive and considered a central piece of furniture. Next to it stands a solid wood side table, complete with a glass top, ideal for holding books, magazines, and an ever-present pot of houseplants, bringing a touch of the outdoors inside. The walls are adorned with floral or geometric patterned wallpaper. These bold patterns were a defining feature of the 1950s interior design and added a sense of playfulness and vibrancy to the living spaces. In the corner, there's a large wardrobe with a mirrored door, offering both storage and the convenience of a full-length mirror, a necessity for checking one's appearance before leaving the house. Above it hangs a picture of the British royal family, a reflection of the deep respect and admiration that the monarchy commanded in post-war Britain. This room, however, was not merely furnished for practicality or aesthetics. It was designed for conversation and community. Notice the placement of the furniture. There are no barriers, no TV sets in the way. Everything is arranged to facilitate interaction and create a welcoming atmosphere for guests. But now let's turn our attention to the fireplace, the heart of the living room in those days. The coal fire crackled merrily in the hearth, casting a warm glow on the faces gathered around it. It wasn't just a source of heat, but also the centerpiece of social life. In the evenings, after the day's work was done, people would come together in the living room. Children would sit at its edge, mesmerized by the dancing flames, while their parents relaxed in their chairs, sharing stories and laughter. The adults would discuss the events of the day, the latest news, or the escapades of their children. The younger ones, in turn, would listen intently, soaking up the warmth of the fire and the company. It was a time for bonding, for creating lasting memories. The aroma of burning coal mingled with the scent of pipe tobacco or lavender from the sewing basket, creating a unique ambience that was both comforting and nostalgic. The flickering light played tricks on the wallpaper, making the floral pattern seem to dance on the wall. The room was filled with the comforting sounds, the crackling of the fire, the murmur of voices, and the ticking of the grandfather clock in the corner. It was a symphony of simplicity, a harmonious blend of sound and light that made the 1950s living room such a magical place. Now, let's talk about the radio. In this 1950s living room, the wireless set, as it was known in Britain, held a prominent place. Often perched atop a side cabinet or a piece of furniture, it was a constant presence, a portal to the outside world. Its wooden casing was a testament to the craftsmanship of the era, bearing witness to countless hours of entertainment and information shared within these four walls. The radio was not merely a device, it was a companion. Every evening, as the sun began its descent, families would gather round the wireless. The father might settle into his armchair, the mother adjust her seat, and the children would nestle between them, forming a circle of eager listeners. The crackle of static gave way to the soothing voice of the radio announcer, transporting them to distant lands, introducing them to new ideas, or simply providing a comforting background to their daily lives. The radio brought music into the home, whether it was the big bands of the 50s or the latest pop hits. It was a source of joy and a means of keeping up with the trends. For the younger members of the household, the radio was a window to the world. It introduced them to different cultures, sparking their curiosity and broadening their horizons. They would hang on every word, every sound effect, creating vivid mental images of faraway places and exciting adventures. The radio also provided a sense of community. Through the wireless, they could tune into local events, weather reports, or even emergency broadcasts. It was a way of staying connected to their surroundings, of feeling part of a larger whole. Lighting was another key element in creating the ambience of a 1950s living room. As darkness fell, soft lamplight filled the room. Table lamps with fabric shades, often decorated with tassels or floral patterns, were placed on side tables or the occasional table, casting a warm glow on the furniture and accessories below. The shades were designed to diffuse the light, creating a cozy, intimate atmosphere that was perfect for relaxing after a long day. The living flame effect lamp was a popular choice in the 50s, providing a realistic flicker without the hassle of a real fire. Another common source of light was the standard lamp, These typically featured a tall, slender metal or wooden pole with a decorative harp and finial supporting a large shade. Standard lamps were often placed in the corner of the room or beside the fireplace, providing an elegant and functional source of illumination. The lighting in the 1950s living room was not just about illuminating the space. It was about creating a mood. The soft, diffused light created a sense of intimacy and warmth, encouraging relaxation and conversation. In this 1950s living room, the furniture was not just a place to store things. It was a reflection of the family's personality and style. The heavy wooden sideboards were a staple of the era, providing ample surface area for displaying ornaments, photographs, and cherished possessions. These pieces were often handcrafted with intricate details and carvings, making each one a unique work of art. The walls were adorned with pictures, including photographs of loved ones, movie stars, and landscapes. These images were carefully selected to evoke positive emotions and create a sense of personal connection within the living space. The mantelpiece above the fireplace was another prime location for displaying cherished items. Clocks, vases, candlesticks, and other decorative objects were arranged to create a sense of balance and symmetry. Fresh flowers were often present, adding a touch of nature and vibrancy to the room. Each object had a story, a memory, or a meaning that was important to the family. Displaying them in the living room was a way of sharing their history and creating a sense of continuity between past and present. The 1950s were a unique time in British history, and the living room was a microcosm of this era. It was a place where tradition met modernity, where families gathered to connect and unwind. So if you found yourself stepping into a 1950s living room in your memories, take a moment to appreciate the beauty and simplicity of this bygone era. Remember the warmth of the coal fire, the magic of the radio, and the elegance of the furniture. They are not just remnants of the past. They are threads in the rich tapestry of British history. And if you love to continue exploring the nostalgia of the 1950s, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We bring you heartwarming stories and visuals that celebrate the beauty of yesteryears. Also, please hit the bell icon to ensure you never miss any of our uploads. In the comments section below, we invite you to share your own experiences and memories associated with 1950s living rooms. Your stories could be about spending evenings by the coal fire, listening to the wireless, or simply enjoying the company of loved ones in a cozy living space. Additionally, if there's anything else you'd like to see us cover, feel free to let us know. Thank you for taking a trip back in time with us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.